Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Let's open a beverage of your choice, because today we're doing another edition of Frightful Fridays. And today I'm going to be reviewing one of the movies that I got with my birthday money, which would be Tales from the Darkside The Movie on 4K. This is the collector's edition. It says 4 ghoulish tales in one modern nightmare. Okay, this is kind of like a Tales from the Crypt type of movie, where you have a guide, so to speak, that sets up the different stories. So you have, this one's got 4 tales. And in each one. And the guide is the connecting thread throughout all the stories. This one is it's a little different than Tales from the Crypt, because in Tales of the Crypt you have the Crypt Keeper who's actually just speaking directly to the camera and speaking directly to the viewer and setting up the story. In this one of the 3 stories is the Crypt Keeper type of the Crypt Keeper allegory type. Okay, because what you have is, you have a woman, she's coming out of the store, looks like she's shopping, comes home to her house, goes in, she's talking to somebody, and this is a woman played by Debbie Harry, lead singer for the rock band Blondie, about a dinner party. And then, when she came in, there was somebody, trying to unlock a closet door, and then you find out that she is holding a child hostage in a little closet, and she's a witch. She's going to be cooking this child for the dinner party. Okay, and he is trying to talk her out of it because he doesn't want to get cooked and eaten, obviously. So there's a book that she had given him to read while he was sitting there, and called Tales from the Darkside. And she said, "Oh yeah, I used to read this as a kid." And so he uses this to distract her and tells her 3 different stories in the hopes to distract her long enough so he can get out. The first story is, what was it? Oh, wow. Oh yeah, College Student, played by Steve Buscemi, and his best friend, played by Christian Slater, and his best friend's sister's boyfriend, they're all in college, and Christian Slater and the girlfriend's brother, or the sister's boyfriend, are all rich, and Steve Buscemi's poor, and they had screwed him out of a scholarship. And this is based on, I guess, an old Sir Arthur Conan Doyle story. And it has something to do with Steve Buscemi getting a money that goes after and sort of kills, to kill the people who screwed him over, which is a really kind of a neat story. Obviously, it's about like 20 minutes long, and it ends in the typical, fashion of not exactly how it's going to work, how you think it was going to work out. The next one I thought was a really good one. This one is based on a short story. I think that one's by Stephen King, called The Black Cat, which is a really fun story. There's a guy who's getting picked up by a cab and gets taken to this house, and the house is owned by this really old man in a kind of a mansion that's kind of run down. And it turns out the guy who's coming in the cab is a hitman, and the old man wants the hitman, to hire the hitman to kill a cat. Turns out the cat had just shown up and killed the old man's sister, best friend, and then butler. And he knew that he was going to be next. So he's going to pay this guy like $100,000 to kill the cat. And it's okay, I'm going to leave the house, you kill the cat, and then, you get $50,000 now, $50,000 when you get back. And so this middle story is about the hitman trying to kill the cat. And that's kind of a really fun story. If you're a fan of obscure 80s music videos, there was a song called Hot, Hot, Hot. Mid-80s. The band's name was Buster something. It turns out that the guy who plays the hitman, which is actually him, his picture right here, was the singer for that band. So I guess this guy has been in a bunch of different bands and is an actor. And then the third story is the one I sort of like the best. I don't know if you ever saw The Warriors, but the guy who James Remar from The Warriors is in this one. He was Warriors. He was played Dexter's dad in the first series, and it was actually the original guy who was hired to play Hicks in Aliens, but he got fired for drug use and was replaced by Terminator's character, whatever his name is. But he is an artist who is running out of ideas. He's broke. He's got no money. His agent dumps him in a bar. He winds up getting drunk, leaves, and there's this gargoyle who had been kind of looking down, watching everything. He comes out and he just kills the owner of the bar, because the owner of the bar is gonna like, hey, you're gonna, we're closing up. I'm gonna take you home, and he kills the owner of the bar. And James Remouse's character's like, don't kill me. So he makes him a deal, says, and then he meets Ray Dong Chong, and goes on from there. I'm not going to tell you how any of these things work out, but there are just kind of really fun stories. And just the third one, you could sort of see the ending coming a mile away. But it was still fun to see how it came about. I do sort of enjoy these types of stories. They weren't creepy by any means. These were more kind of funny, enjoyable type of stories as opposed to be spooky. But they were just fun and enjoyable. And if you're a fan of Creepshow, Tales from the Crypt, this is one to get. And then the Debbie Harry one with the witch trying to eat the kid, that one is entertaining too, even though that is broken up in like sections, because it's used to introduce the other stories. But overall, it's a really fun kind of dated 80s type of fun. I keep saying fun story, and I recommend it. I'm going to give it a 4.0 out of 5, and say get it, watch it, and enjoy it. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. Like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your horror movies.